one of the things that is also unique to the sport because of that braking stretch, not seeing the clock issue, is that teammates or competitors or coaches, if you're in the lead of a race, will often lean into the track and give you one of these to give you an idea that you're in the lead. And nobody was doing that. So, and sometimes when nobody does that, that's kind of a bad sign because because no one really wants to be the one to tell you that you really stuffed it up. And I was just, when I saw that again, I was reminded of something else that I think is really funny, which is, and you only see it very briefly, but there's a part when I'm coming down the straightaway, and you would assume that I had known I had won because I did something like this. And what actually happened was someone was leaning in the track with the camera, and I thought they were trying to give me a high five, so I put this in. I have a photograph from a paper somewhere that someone sent me where I'm going down the track like this, and it's, Gibson wins gold medal, and essentially someone is doing this to me in my greatest moment in sport. But anyway, at the end of the straightaway, there was a 2-digit ranking clock, and it said 0-1, and that's when I knew that it had happened. And from that moment forward, I describe it as a drunken blur that didn't involve any alcohol. And for 3 days in a row, people asked me, has it hit you yet? And I said, basically, it hit me about 300 meters ahead of the finish line when I, burst into tears and saw my wife and sister. And so that was Torino for me. And it was really something that I, being the age that I am, and Jason referred to it, I think because of that, I had always dreamt of going out on top, and realizing Torino was probably my last kick at the Cat. And so it was really easy for me to say, okay, yep, that's the last run I've ever taken, and be done with it. I retired on the spot. That moment was obviously my greatest moment, but was probably 4 years almost to the day off of what I considered at the time to be my greatest disappointment, which was finishing 10th at the Salt Lake Olympics. But the Salt Lake Olympics were probably the single biggest motivator for myself in my skeleton career to get better than I was then. And